Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Bricia Mayombo. I'm a mindset and lifestyle coach. I have a purpose to help those people who have suffered from past trauma heal from that trauma so they can be healing, seen, and finally become their best version of yourself. I am called the Mind Shape Queen. So tonight, I am calling you, I am tuning in from your house to my studio to mine, all right, lovely and warmly to ask you that question on that great morning. How are you doing? How is your mind? From 1 to 10. Drop, 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 drop. If it's the first time that you're tuning in onto my channel, please do let me know where you're tuning in. I'll be glad to cheer you on. If you do watch me on the replay, also I would love to have your comment. I would love to have your energy and thoughts. And then my question for you tonight is, have you checked your thought today? Have you checked your thought today? So we're going to talk about thoughts like words are said. Yes, yes, yes. If you never thought about it, if you never pay attention to the way you think, all right, whether you're a Christian or not, it says in the Bible, all right, that so the men think, so it is. So I'm asking you, when was the last time you checked your thoughts? Hey, amiga, buenos días, ¿cómo está? Amigo, encantado de verte. So I'm going to tell you, I want to talk about that because people don't really realize that you really become who you think you are. All right. And then, as I was saying, when was the last time you checked your thoughts? If you were mindful, remember last time we were talking about mindfulness. All right. And then we talk about thoughtfulness today, guys, because everything is related to your life. The way you think, all right, the way you think, to speak, it's all affecting your mood. It's all affecting your life because words are like thoughts are seed. So let me tell you something. I don't know if you remember the first one of the first word, all right? Because everything was made of what in John 1 is saying the word was made flesh and it dwelt among us, right? And he said, let's make the word, okay, let's make the man in our image. It's always the word. The words build, all right? But before it happens to the word, it's all is started in the mind. Before you have I don't know, a bench, a house that you're living in, the car that you're buying, the new dress, or whatever appliance that you want, before you buy that first house that you have, the house of your dream, everything starting in your mind, right? Imagine that you're visualizing for yourself, I don't know, the ugliest house ever. What do you think the result is going to be? You're going to be building that ugly house, all right? The same thing, you're so excited to buy that new car, you're so excited to buy that new dress, all right, for the new, great event coming up. If you don't see yourself in that dress, that beautiful dress, guess what? Once you go shopping, all right, to materialize that thought, what's going to happen in the shop? You're going to buy an ugly dress because that's how you had in your mind, in your thoughts, all right, because they do manifest. And I do believe that, thoughts like words are said. So how is it possible that we can have, we can think about, the house that we want to build, for example, and visualize a beautiful 3 or 4 or 5 bedroom mansions. All right. We can visualize or have, good thoughts about the kind of car because you feel good inside. You want to drive a good car. You want to feel comfortable with your family. I don't know. Another thing that you like, and for shoes and stuff, you see yourself in that new, tuxedo. But why? How in the world is that hard to have the same kind of mindset, okay? Kind of self, of thinking when it starts with your life. Did you know that most of the people that are suffering from high blood pressure, it's because of the way you're thinking? Did you know that depression is just the lack of having that harmony that I'm talking about, that balanced thoughts? Because the way you think affects the way you feel. Let me say that again. The way you think affects the way you feel. That's what he's saying. So is the main thing. So he is. You want to feel great. You want to feel happy. Start by feeding your mind with happy thoughts. The moment you shift that energy from the positive to the negative, I'm telling you, your mood is going to affect you. It's going to be affected that rapidly. I'm going to challenge you once to live that life, to check your thoughts, to be really, really mindful. The next time you feel hopeless, the next time you feel desperate, the next time you feel so low and fatigued in energy, check your mood. Check the last thought you had prior to you feeling that way. I am telling you, you will come back to this life and really testify. The next time you have, I don't think like, I'm going to be able to do that. The moment you feel like this, the moment you open that mouth, I want you to check, to be, to be really mindful of the thoughts you have prior to that thinking. All right. To that energy, because again, it's all related to the energy. Because you cannot be happy, all right, in a second, where like a second ago you were having, thinking like, I don't know, depression thoughts, all right? Because you know what? We always think that everything that other people are saying are affecting us, which is great, but there's nothing as harmful as the way you're thinking about yourself. But what do you think that, the other people's opinion, yes, affect us, but the way you think about it, that's what you think about those people who have low self-esteem. What do you think that comes up? Because they have a wrong thinking about themselves. Oh, I cannot make it. Oh, I cannot do that. I think I'm ugly. Oh, I think I'm fat. All those self-talk that you're having, what do you think is going to produce? Just a low self-esteem person. A person never had the boldness and the courage and the confidence is just killed right there. You never had the energy, you never had like the courage to come up and speak up for yourself. You never have the motivation to do whatever you have to do. You have that great idea, but just because internally you think that you're not equipped enough, just because internally you think that, I don't think that that's for me. Oh, who would I think now? Who other people are going to think about me? And inside of yourself, internally, your thoughts, your wrong talk, your negative thoughts are just eating your great idea. And guess what? The year is going to go right. Just a simple example. At the beginning of the year, you had a plan, I don't know, to start probably a business. Or at the beginning of the year, you decide, I'm going to make that great trip. And you're like, man, I don't think that's going to be doable, man. It's going to cost me like $2,000 if you have a family of 4. It's going to cost me, I don't know, $5,000. Man, where do I start? I don't think that's going to be possible. What would, I mean, and you start thinking, and the more you think about that, you cannot be stopping your neurons, stopping your mind, is stopping, guess what? The action, you might even have that money in front of you, but just because you already nourish your brain, all right, with that, I cannot do, I don't think so, who am I? All right, how do other people are gonna see me? I don't think I can afford it. Anytime, and I will say that to my student, anytime you introduce a negativity, all right, a negative thought in your mind, it's like the negative is like the do not or the not is, invisible blockage of your mind. Let me tell you again. Anytime you're introducing a negative thoughts, you say, I cannot, I don't think so, who am I? Anytime you have negative thoughts, anytime you have doubt, anytime you have that self-low talk about yourself, you are doing like a blockage in your mind. Therefore, the action, your brain is kind of stuck, and stuck because it's all start right here. And when it's stuck right here, guess what? The brain, the head that is like the captain, the head of your body is not going to communicate it to everything. That's why when you cannot do anything, when your brain is at local, when you have trauma, okay, when you're in a coma, you cannot move any other part of your body because everything is controlled right here. So your thoughts are really, really, really doing a lot. It really, really have consequences on your life, guys. Ideas, before the idea come to life, before you, I don't know, you build something, because before you draw for those people, for those artists, before you draw, you start thinking. So that's why you have to be really, really, really careful of those thoughts that we have. You really have to be you really have to be thoughtful. And the more you feed your body, the more you feed your mind, if those negative thoughts, the more hard, the harder it's going to be for you to really produce results. And again, what's going to happen in nature, all right? I always like to use the simple thing about seed and harvest. You are planting, all right, negative thoughts in your mind. Guess what? You're going to harvest negative results. That's what it is. Because we reap what we're sowing. Anytime you reap a negative thought, guess what? The negative result is going to be in your mind. Anytime you think that I cannot do it, guess what? You won't do it. You won't do it. Even if you have you have the idea, but the energy is not going to be, it's not going to be attached, because you already blocked your mind. You already blocked that energy. You already blocked that power that God gave you to go and do it. Let's make it. But you cannot be a maker if you don't think that you can make it, if you don't believe as a maker, if you don't believe that you can do it. I hope that what I'm saying, it really makes sense, guys. So thoughts, like words, are seeds. I really want you, when you listen to that broadcast, when you listen to that video, that really resonates in your mind, and you really take a time to slow down and really pay attention to your thoughts. We are paying attention. You want to have a better mood? Stop having a happy thoughts, because your mood also is going to be affected by the way you're thinking. You don't believe me? You're like, this girl is talking about? What is this woman talking about? Check your last thoughts. And I'm always asking, have you checked your thoughts today? Have you checked your thoughts today? Let me tell you, two different situations to the same people. I usually, do the meal plan because, I'm always like it's all about living mindfully. It's all about, having a purpose, or thinking about the end in mind, right? And always planning like the meal plan, right? Because I do believe that we are what we're eating. So one day I made my lunch and everything, and I went, I was going to work and everything. And as I was just exiting the car, my lunch just dropped. It just dropped on the floor. Imagine if I wasn't practicing that mindfulness, okay? Imagine if that was the old me, all right? Because before I was starting getting mad, I was starting thinking about this and that, having all, and then all of a sudden, okay, my mood, all right, everything around me would have just shifted. And guess what? I could have had headache, I could have had everything, but guess what? Instead of that, I look at the plate, I look at the floor, I just pick up the phone and put in the rest in the trash, and I just start laughing. I'm like, you know what, God, it's okay. That means that I don't have lunch today because I don't go out to eat. And I just move on going. But imagine that same situation with someone, okay, who doesn't have that mindfulness, all right? Someone who doesn't know how to control that energy. Someone who doesn't know how to control that, who could not shift the mind, who's just like focus right there, all right? The person will have just used that, that simple event as like, oh my goodness, I don't believe that, starting cursing, starting blaming everybody, starting doing everything. And then that's how people just starting their day, ruining their day, all right? Intentionally, okay, unintentionally, because it wasn't planned, all right? But I had to learn to be intentional. If you want to have a great day, you have to be intentional about your day. You have to have the end in mind. You have to think about your day ahead of time. You have to think about your week ahead of time. You have to think about your year, all right, your month, everything that you want to do ahead of time. Like you want to see the result at the end. And then every single day, mindfully walk to that result. That's how your thoughts can do for you. So if I didn't have, the same event could produce the two different, reaction. One who hasn't controlled their mind, is like always like eager anytime, just trigger so easily. And the other one is like, it's just a plate. I can go ahead and fix a meal anytime. I don't care about that. And then you move on with your day like nothing had happened. Whereas someone who could just be stuck right there in their mind, all right, because that's what is happening, and thinking that because he has lost that plate, because that thing, the lunch is gone, his all day is going to be ruined just because. And that's how you see people cursing, you see people having attitude, you see people just like complaining all the time just because of one phone call, for example, one text, or one little event, someone driving, someone passing, and the whole mood, all right, is just being shifted. And sometimes we don't pay attention, but you have to, I'm inviting you, all right? If you listen to this postcard, I'm inviting you to be, next time, to be really mindful. And it's the same thing, the way you think about other people, the way you think about your wife, the way you think about your husband, the way you think about your kids, the way you think about your colleagues, everyone that is surrounded you. Because you are attracting who you are. Your thoughts are feeding the universe. They are feeding you, but they're also balancing energy vibrations. And until you really be mindful to have more positive thoughts than having negative thoughts, then the energy and the harmony and the balance that we're talking about is not going to happen, because it all happened first in your mind. All right? So I want you really to be, I really want you to be really mindful and listen to what I'm saying. Your thoughts, like your words, are seed that you planted. All right? I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. If you want to be, we all believe that, to reap 100-fold and return a harvest as we're sowing. But you cannot sow, all right? You cannot sow eager, okay, or anger, or negativity, or curse, and expect to have, I don't know, a great harvest. No. If all the time you complain, all the time you're cursing, all the time, what do you think your mood is going to be, first of all? And then the people around you, they're not going to like you. Who's going to love and enjoy being someone who always curses all the time? No one. I don't think so. Who's going to enjoy having, I don't know, during the meeting? And you will have once in a while colleagues, anytime they open their mouth, it's just trash coming out of their mouth. That's just the way they think. That's just the way they think. So right now you can check in and say, you know what? Have you checked your thoughts? Have you checked your thoughts? Because if all the words that are coming off your mouth are trash and you cannot wash your mouth, that means that you constantly, most of the time, having negative thoughts. Hello? And it's dangerous. That's why people are depressed. That's why people are tired. And another thing that we think, anytime we think about the way we're feeling, oh, I think that I'm going to have a cold. Or I think that I'm going to get sick. Or I think that, I'm telling you, all the thing before you know the result, because nature is just absorbing. Remember, anytime you have those thinking, guess what? You go home, you're starting sneezing. You go home, you're starting feeling tired. You're sitting fatigued. Next time you know, you're calling and stuff, guys. Words, all right? Thoughts like words are seed. So the man thinking, so he is. What is Napoleon wrote his book, one of the most famous books being published more than, 42, I think, languages or 52 languages in the world. Think and grow rich. He could have said, I don't know, invest and grow rich, right? I don't know, he could have had so many titles. But the book is so powerful because it's saying again, think and grow rich. Because if you're thinking that you're going to become rich by having, I don't know, first of all, a wrong relationship with money, you're not going to become rich because, first of all, it's not going to be an alignment. So you have to, first of all, changing the way you think about money, so the way you feel about money can change. So I don't know if you read that book, but it's one of the most powerful books that you ever written. It's like, I don't know, it's a bomb. But all that is training inside is all talking about the way we're thinking. It's all talking about, everything starting in your mind. It's talking about visualization. It's talking about everything is in your mind. Because if you don't see yourself happy, if you don't see yourself successful, if you don't see yourself playing with your kids, if you don't see yourself in that house, on that nice car, or whatever, having that great relationship, it's never gonna happen. Why? Because you haven't think about it. So it's really like confirming that we are what we're thinking. You want a great result in your body? Stop by saying yourself that you're fat, you have this and that. Stop. And I'm telling you, because I used to be that one. I used to think so negative about myself. Guess what? I had a self-poor image. Guess what? I have put out by just thinking badly and saying so many bad words about myself. I used to gain weight just like that overnight, just like that. Because my mind was so cluttered. My mind was so cluttered. So I had to learn to have a new relationship with myself. I had to change the words that were coming out of my mouth, and I had to change the way I was thinking about myself. All right? So it's really, really, really important, guys. For the new you to appear or new you to come, you have to renew that mind. And how do you renew that mind? All right? You have to start thinking. You have to start changing the way you think about yourself, the way you think about the world, the way you think about your family, the way you think about any situation that you encounter. All right? First of all, if you want to get mad, think about it. Is that thought, okay, is that reaction going to bring my energy? Because, your energy is everything. All right? And I was talking about the energy last time. Your energy is everything. And then also, think about that. Is that the way that you're going to get mad? All right? It's going to produce, you're going to be mad, and then it's going to break that peace. And your peace, a lot of people don't think that peace is everything. A lot of people have money, but they're not peaceful. All right? If that's going to create the peace, there are fights that you don't fight. So the moment that you think that you're going to react to someone cursing you, it's going to disturb your peace. That moment you need to stop that fight, because that's not going to produce, you're not going to reap anything good right there. All right? You're not going to reap anything good right there. So I'm telling you again, and I'm challenging you tonight, I'm challenging you this week to really be checking your thoughts. Start by checking your thoughts, like you're checking your food, like you're checking your clothes, like you're checking anything, and start renewing your mind by changing the language that you're using, the word that you're using about yourself. Start viewing, start living intentionally. Like you want to have a great week, start thinking ahead. Anytime, any impression you want to have, how do you want to feel at the end of the week? How do you want to feel at the end of this day? How do I want to feel at the end of this year? How do I want to feel at the end of this month? That's the way it is, because it all starts in your mind. You build here, and then you see the result right here. You think, and then you grow. You think, okay, you reap a great thing, and then a great thought, and then you're going to have a happy harvest. All right? I wanted that to I want to share that with you guys. And then remember, in your thoughts, you have memories, you have beliefs, all right? You have expectation. But to have great expectation, you have to have great thoughts. You have to have great, you have to think great to feel great. I hope that is making any sense, that I wanted to share that little word with you, and then, if you like it, let me know, if you have any comment or any question. If that's really a challenge that you're having, you always think about negative, guys, you can book a free, 20-minute session with me. I'll be happy to really teach you on the mind shift, okay, program that I have, and I'm telling you, it's going to come in exactly in a couple of weeks, where I really take 3, full week, where I teach you about how to renew your mind. And the program is called the Mind Shift, the New You, where I really help you how to have a great relationship with yourself, great relationship with the environment, and etc. Guys, if you're interested, I'm going to be posting the link right there below. Do let me know. Sign in. You won't regret it. It's in English, all right? I know I do some stuff in French too, but this one is in English. And then I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed, all right? And also, I was talking about the workshop, one-day workshop for women, probably either the weekend after Mother's Day or the weekend before Mother's Day. But I will let you guys know probably by the end of the week, and then give you the dates and then everything that you need to know, so I can ignite my feminine women right there. All right. So guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna, if you're watching me via the replay, don't forget to let me know how you're feeling. Let me tell you, are you challenging with your thoughts? What do you think about yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you view yourself? What are the thoughts that you have about yourself? Okay. So do let me know. And then I want to let you all by saying this. Remember, you were created and born for a purpose. So never ever compare your life nor your experiences with someone experience, because you were created unique, and I want you to embrace your uniqueness. And remember, lastly, that I'm here to change lives one mind at a time, guys. I would really love, I appreciate it, Leslie, if you can take a little turn on my YouTube channel and do subscribe, so we can grow that community and really impact life, change minds, guys, because we all need to have a healthy and a happy mind, so we can be happy people. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching me replay, share, tag, and let me know where you're tuning in. Bye.